Right now, inside your body, a quiet decision is being made. It's not loud, it doesn't announce itself, but deep within your cells, your body is constantly asking one question: should I store this energy or let it go? Most people think fat loss is something you force, something you burn through effort, sweat, or intensity. But that's not actually what's happening. Because what happens next is less about how hard you try, and more about what your body allows. And that changes everything. Inside your body, there's no chaos, no randomness. Everything is organized like a highly intelligent system, more like a perfectly managed warehouse than a battlefield. Imagine this. Every calorie you eat is a package arriving at a distribution center. Your body doesn't panic, it doesn't rush, it simply decides where to send it. Some gets used immediately, some gets stored for later. And fat? Fat is just stored energy, carefully packed away, waiting for the right signal to be released. But here's the part most people miss. Your body doesn't release that stored energy just because you want it to. It releases it when the internal conditions say it's safe. Think of it like a vault. The fat is inside, and hormones, movement, and blood flow are the keys. If the right combination isn't there, the vault stays closed. Now watch this. Let's walk through what actually happens inside your body the moment this decision begins. In the first few minutes of movement, especially something simple like walking, your body doesn't rush to burn fat. It starts by checking what's immediately available. Glucose in your bloodstream, glycogen stored in your muscles. These are quick-access fuels, easy to use, no need to unlock anything yet, so your body uses them first. At the same time, something subtle begins to shift. Circulation improves. Oxygen delivery increases. It's like opening up highways inside your body. And this is where it gets interesting. Because as blood flow increases, it starts reaching areas where fat is stored. Places that were previously quiet, almost inactive. Now they're being visited again. Signals begin to arrive. Hormones like adrenaline and noradrenaline start whispering to fat cells, "Get ready." Not yet, but soon. Now we enter the activation phase. This is where most people stop, but this is where it actually starts. As you continue moving, steady, consistent, not rushed, your body begins to sense something important. Energy is being used, but not urgently. There's no panic, no stress spike, no emergency, and that's critical. Because when your body feels safe, it starts unlocking stored energy. Fat cells receive the signal. They begin breaking down triglycerides into smaller components, fatty acids. These fatty acids are then released into the bloodstream. Think of it like packages leaving the warehouse, finally being shipped out. But here's the part most people miss. Releasing fat is only half the process. Your body still has to use it. And for that to happen, your system needs to stay in this calm, steady state. If intensity spikes too high, or stress hormones surge too quickly, your body can switch back to quick fuel again. So ironically, slowing down is what keeps the process going. Now watch this. As time passes, something powerful begins to happen. We enter the peak phase. Your body is now fully engaged in a different mode. Fatty acids are flowing through your bloodstream. Your reliance on quick sugars decreases. And your body becomes more efficient. It's no longer reacting. It's adapting. Inside your cells, tiny structures called mitochondria, think of them as energy factories, start working differently. They begin favoring fat as a fuel source. And the more this happens, the better they get at it. This is where transformation really begins. Not on the outside, but deep inside. Your body is learning that it can trust this process, that it can release energy without risk, that it doesn't need to hold on so tightly. And this changes everything, because now fat loss isn't forced, it's allowed. But what happens after you stop? This is where it gets even more interesting. Most people think fat burning ends when the activity ends. But your body doesn't just shut everything down. Instead, it continues adjusting. Hormonal signals remain elevated for a while. Blood flow gradually slows, but the effects linger. Your cells continue using the available fatty acids, and over time, your body starts making deeper changes. It increases mitochondrial density, improves insulin sensitivity, enhances circulation. In simple terms, it upgrades the entire system. So the next time you move, the process starts earlier and runs more smoothly. But here's the deeper layer most people never see. You're not fighting your body, you're working with it. Your body is not trying to keep you fat, it's trying to protect you from uncertainty, from stress, from energy shortage. When signals are chaotic, irregular eating, high stress, inconsistent movement, your body responds by holding on, releases less, not because it's broken, but because it's being careful. But when signals become consistent, when movement is steady, when stress is controlled, your body starts trusting the environment again. And trust is what opens the vault. There's even research supporting this. Studies have shown that low to moderate intensity movement, like walking, can significantly increase fat oxidation, especially when done consistently over time. Not because it's extreme, but because it aligns with how your body naturally prefers to operate. In fact, your body has evolved to use fat as a primary fuel during steady, prolonged movement. It's efficient, sustainable, reliable. But here's the part most people miss. Consistency matters more than intensity. Because consistency builds the internal conditions your body needs to make that decision again and again and again. Now consider the opposite. What happens when these signals never stabilize? When movement is rare, when stress is constant, when energy intake is unpredictable, your body shifts into a different mode, a protective mode. It becomes more conservative. It stores more energy, slows down release, reduces efficiency. Not dramatically, but subtly. Over time, these small decisions add up, and the system becomes harder to shift. Not impossible, but resistant. But here's the transformation. When you begin to move consistently, even something as simple as walking, you're not just burning calories. You're sending a message, a signal, a pattern, and your body listens. At first the changes are small, almost invisible, but inside, everything is adjusting. Your cells become more efficient. Your hormones become more balanced. Your blood flow becomes more responsive, and gradually, the decision starts changing. From storing to releasing. From holding on to letting go. And it doesn't happen all at once. It happens moment by moment, step by step, signal by signal. So the next time you walk, remember this. You're not just moving your body, you're communicating with it. You're telling it, it's safe to use energy. It's okay to let go. And over time, your body begins to believe you. Your body isn't broken. It's responding. Every step you take is a signal. Every minute you move is a message. And the moment your body decides to release fat is the moment it finally feels safe enough to do so. So now I'm curious. What surprised you most about what's happening inside your body right now?